Hi everybody, this is Mr. RB. I'm going to show you how to draw the letter W and use one-point perspective to make it seem three-dimensional. Here's how we do it. I'm going to start by creating a horizon line, and I'm placing mine high up on my page today. It will be horizontal, going side to side, and I will place a vanishing point way over to the left. It has to be, the vanishing point has to go on the horizon line. And today I'm just choosing to put it on the far left. Having done that, I've now separated sky from ground, and I've indicated that where everything is above our eye level, we're looking up at the bottom of that airplane, as opposed to everything that's down on the ground. I'm looking down at the top of my feet, or the top of a box sitting on the ground. Here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to create a W. I'm starting with just a line W, and I'm keeping mine very angular today. It'll be easier for our perspective drawing. I now want to draw little horizontals going in from each of the top legs, and I'm going to follow the shape of the line W down, up, and we have one bubble letter W. Not unlike a bubble letter M, or possibly even certain bubble letter E or number 3. We're going to make it a W today. So I'm putting my pencil on the vanishing point, my ruler on the pencil. I pivot my ruler until I touch one of the corners. There's one. And I connect the two. I'm going to put my pencil back on the vanishing point, ruler on pencil, and pivot right past that first line until I get to another corner, and there's a nice corner. I'm going to connect to that one. This will be the side wall of my W. And the front of it has this diagonal that I just made up. There's no other reason it's exactly that angle or placement. But I need the back one to be similar. So here's what I do. I put my ruler on the side of that W. And then I slide my ruler towards the vanishing point. And when I like how far apart they are, I add a parallel line. Notice that these two lines, back and front, are parallel. You could draw them going on forever and ever and ever, and they would never meet. I do need to get rid of the rest of that work line, those two lines that went to the vanishing point. Now, I'm going to keep going and find other corners. It's a very angular version of W, so I just need to keep finding corners. I did the bottom, I did the top. Next, when I come to, I came to this one over here, but if I connected that, it would go right through the letter. And I'm going to think that my letter W is made out of concrete, metal, or wood, something we don't generally see through. Therefore, I'm not going to draw any lines if they go through the W. All right, we're skipping that one. Here's another one, same thing. That would go through the W, so nope, we're off the hook on that one. So I keep going. What do I come to next? Notice my pencil is on the vanishing point, my ruler's on the pencil. Next I come to, the top of that little mountain in the middle of the W. So I connect that to the vanishing point. When I look at this corner here, on the front it goes from here down. So I know from here I need a line that's going to go down as well. Let's think. I'm going to put my ruler on that line of the front, slide back a little, and I want to slide back a similar amount to what I did on the first leg, and then I'm just going to draw across. Again, I want two lines that are parallel. I'm going to keep this little segment here. I no longer need this one over here. I am noticing a corner I missed. I feel terrible. I missed this corner completely. No problem. I put my pencil on the vanishing point, ruler on the pencil, pivot my ruler till I touch that poor ignored corner and I connect. There, that's better. Now, this leg of the W has sort of a roof going along. Ah, but where does it end? I'm going to place my ruler right on the top of that W and slide back. Notice I'm trying to keep it very even and steady, not change the angle. I'm going to slide back till I get to the corner, that first corner, and create a line across that. What I want is I want this line and this line to also be parallel. Parallel means that if you drew them going on forever and ever and ever, they would never meet. They would be side by side, but they would never meet. Well, I have a little bit more to do, not too much. I know I'm going to need something along here. Let's see what do I need. I'm putting my pencil on the vanishing point, my ruler on the pencil. I get to this corner and nope, that would just go through the W again, so I'm off the hook there. Let's keep going though, and what do you know? Here's that upper corner. I better connect that one. And I need to get the side in here. I'm going to do the same trick. I put my ruler on the line of the bubble letter and just slide towards the vanishing point. And then I connect. I get rid of the extra vanishing line. And now I have the top of this one. I don't have the top of this leg. Let's get the top of this leg. I need this corner. I'm going to connect this corner, that top right corner of the top right leg, to the vanishing point. Oh, nice. Notice the front of that leg is a horizontal. I just place my ruler on that horizontal, slide up until I get to this corner here, and draw across. I now can erase that quite readily. And I'm going to restate that little segment because that was so light it was getting a little lost. I also feel like this is getting a little lost there. There's one more thing I want to check just in case. I don't remember if I checked over here. Do I need a line over here going to the vanishing line? And depending on how you draw your W and where it is relative to the vanishing point, you might or might not. Let's see if I do here. When I put this here, I would say, nope. That would just go right along this line here. Nobody's going to see it. So I'm going to think that the sun is up in the sky in this picture, shining down brightly on my W, making the tops or roofs rather bright. You know, there's one thing I'm a little concerned about. Look at the top and how deep this is, and look at the top and see how deep that is. This seems similar to this. This seems not the same length. I just want to check. Yeah, I'm going to shorten that other one. Watch this. I'm going to get that to be my new horizontal. And now, I'm going to place the ruler back on the side of that W, slide out. I think that looks more realistic, or certainly more consistent. You could have a W where one side, and this side is still thicker, but it seems like it's the same depth. Doesn't have to be. You could say, no, it starts off really shallow and then gets really deep over here. That could be pretty cool too. Last thing I'm going to do is add a little tone. I cannot make the tops over here and over here any brighter and whiter than the paper that I started with. So in order to make them seem like they have light, I need to add a little shadow elsewhere in the picture. I'm going to add a fair amount of dark on the sides here. I'm going to add a little dark on this one because it faces up more. So I'm thinking that it would get more light. So dark, medium, and this one faces down. This one seems like it should be very dark. And finally, I'm going to put a little bit of shadow underneath and around the bottom of the W. I'm using the side of my pencil. It'll make marks that don't dig into the paper, and that'll make it easier to smudge and smear, so I get rid of the marks themselves. I don't want people to see marks. Marks only exist on a paper or a flat surface, so I want them to just see patches of light and dark, and I want to make it seem more like the real world. And the real world is not composed of lots of marks all over. Things are not made of marks. So we're just mimicking what we would see in the real world. And that's how we create our illusion. I do want to get a little bit of gray up above here because my finger's messy enough that I can do this. If you don't like getting your finger messy, by the way, try using a Q-tip or even a scrap of paper that you can rub around on here. It'll just help smear the graphite a bit, smear the pencil marks a bit. I also want to get a little gray on the front here because these tops won't seem bright unless everything else seems a little darker. Now I can erase back in to draw in my light area. I'm going to get some more light down in here. Ooh, having some fun with that shadow. And there you go. 1W, ready to go. Well, I hope you have fun with the letters, and I will be back with you soon. Bye, everybody.